hopefully I am live. Let me check.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Yep, it is live. So in today's stream, I hope the voice quality is a little bit better. Last two had horrendous quality, almost unaudible. Hopefully, I made some improvement. And in this live stream, I'll try to complete the Lantern Rite story. I haven't touched it much. Not you. Where is my Lantern Rite? Is this the one? Oh man, such a bummer. Alright, I'll have to do this one first. Hopefully, it won't take too long. Oh, wait 1 second, let me remove this leg. Alright. I might have. No, it's alright. Yeah. Yes. Let's go there. I think it's Baiju's quest. Yeah. So I need to, I think, go here. Yeah.
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Alright.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiang Li was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiang Li? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang. Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Quarrel? What happened? I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baiju. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What the? Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiangli has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a
Not
little light on this
Zhongli,
whole situation.
Jianli.
Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
Alright. Let me see if I find something. Self and mask can be seen on the pillar. Maybe it was used to record Ayu's high as she grow up. Alright. There is some faded written near the bottom mark. The more quickly Ayu grows up, the sooner can leave. Judging by the number of the marks on the pillar, the family has led a secluded existence here for many years. The firewood is nearly stacked, and the leg were cut with great power, precision. However chopped the firewood must have been physically fit. Some logs at the bottom of the pile has begun to rot. It must have been a while since any wood was added to the pile. Okay, so house have been sitting like this from quite a while then. Now I guess soon roof tiles broke. Mom and I tried to get and take a look, but we didn't manage. Luckily, Dad was able to fix them in no time. But great Dad, the dinner table was a bit wobbly. Today, when we sat down to eat, Dad tried to fix it, but ended up breaking one of the legs by accident. Alright, Dad, forgetting things again. I will have to write it all down for now and read it back to him when he's feeling a bit better. Alright,
Sandalwood, Paimon, come quick!
what did you find? Yo,
What is this?
what is this?
Sheng Sheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
God remains? It can be God remains, man. Come on.
You're right. This
This
is
is
a
a
poison concocted using god remains.
really?
Is it? Breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
Yeah, you are not.
Your
You
eyes
never
do
does.
not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is
Alive?
alive.
Okay.
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. It consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Damn.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear to a varying extent the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading!
Okay.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jiao Liang?
Yeah, bad kind of person, Paimon. Of course.
Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden? Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house. You mean Jiao Liang? Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs. Huh? So you're saying it was Jiang Li? Wait,
No way.
that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiangli does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Do you know of a method to neutralize the poison?
Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of diseases, the minor lodes will disappear if the mother lode is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jia Liang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingce village?
I've only heard of the rumors, nothing concrete.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time. Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though?
The fuck happened to the voice? I mean audio.
Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not these days. She has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon. Hey! Plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. My assistance in rebalancing your chi. Not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach. Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baiju, maybe when we retire, you can let Paimon sign the contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face? Ugh, Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baiju, you're Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck! This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are? If it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Actually, I do have some that I can call.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
You called?
Gets Paimon every time. Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baiju of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Jinxa village. A vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Jinxa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak. I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again. Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them. That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master, there's a problem.
Gui? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoyang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now!
Alright, that's good. I might be able to do the Lantern quest now. Where is. Oh man. Still can't. Just go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, I guess.
Burn it down! Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baishu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baiju, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Kui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baishu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he?
Let's check, I guess. Yeah. Tomorrow way. So this should work.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baiju? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiangli once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baiju in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baiju hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he...
Let's go check up on him.
Huh? Hey, wait up! you're finally awake. That was far too risky, even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiangli's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baishu's gonna nap for? They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were
Paimon
asleep.
really gonna barge in.
Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Come on.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baishu! Changsheng!
Are you both okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jiaoliang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis.
And is the
Jiaoliang
fact
is in
suffering
fact
from
suffering
more than one
more than
ailment.
one, and as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd
You
still
still be
sick?
sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why Zhongli did it.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiangli had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiangli has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiangli has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Zhongli would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond...
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiangli is. Her regular exposure to
Where the
god
hell
remains
you are?
over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Yeah, he's just here. So convenient.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju.
It's Jiaoliang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baiju, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiangli's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
All right.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No, man, just
we're
let
out of
him come.
time. We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This
Just come,
trip will
man.
be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not
Dangerous
return
for
from it.
you.
Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I have Mavika.
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well. Then follow me.
Dr. Baiju, are you heading out again?
Yes,
Chichi.
this could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baiju, do you mean...
Hop to it now, and remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. She's a zombie. All right. Can I do the Lanternite event now? And I still can't. Man, what the hell? I shouldn't even have accepted this quest, man. I showed that, so I think I'll just activate it while at it. And I have some mails. What is this? Lenny's birthday. Okay, great. What is this? Let's drop. And of course, 300 promos. I'll take that. All of that. Thank you. How much I got? 400. What PT I'm at? I am at currently 55. Oh, I'm at 50 plus. 53. Next 20 pools then. Plus, I have C2 theory, I think. Yeah. I got extremely lucky with it. Hopefully I'll get remaining 4 copy on the next help banner. It's gonna take a while, I guess. At the very least it's completed. I don't have to do the dailies. many more days do I have? 6 more days. I think I'm just gonna take Yan. And do I have to do any quest yet? This one. Is it a 270? Okay. All right. So let me just little quick do this quest then. Only have like 6 days left
Bring it.
to complete it.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Yep.
Thank you for. Ad Astra.
Already level 50 here. Let's go.
Perfect.
Right, so this way I think.
Light it up.
Here I come. And we are back. We didn't check inside though.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like
That
the
was
day I
quick.
went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
Let's go then.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Where did you go? Let's go.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here.
Are you
while we
my friend
continue the
list?
search.
No, you are not in my friend list.
I have to keep going.
Sorry, buddy, I'm playing
Jialing's still
story,
waiting
can't
for me.
accept.
Then let's hurry.
Okay, I have to clear the domain. Hopefully this team would work. Actually, no, I don't even need her. Whom else should I take? Never mind, who cares? Might as well just take her.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who
Why
knows
did you
what
come
we're gonna
along?
find up ahead? The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now.
It took
She
me
took me
here.
here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to,
Versus.
curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
You got dyslexia, man. Okay, I got to test Baiju here. Okay, but I mean he's pretty useless for me right now. What do I do with him in this team? I guess he can heal, but then again,
The doctor will see you. Bring it.
his shield is pretty much useless, and Mavica have great interruption to resistance anyway. So that's that. Alright, Penny, time to shine.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Okay, never mind. Should have saved the burst.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I don't see any dust on the sensor surface. The burn marks on the inside are still fresh. Alright. I don't think this was left here by the treasure hoarders.
I
Maybe some
believe
adapters,
this
I don't know.
sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? 'Cause we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place.
Okay,
This
so
is where
your memory is
Rite
back.
told Jiangli to give me the
Congratulations.
poison. I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Okay. Allow me.
Rise with the sun!
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
I think Mavica she can just skip this part. Let me see. Pretty much. But then again, I'm screwed. Wait. Alright. Oh, I could have just maybe activated it
From the
directly.
looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Alright. Okay, can I activate when okay I can activate. What else we got here? There are 3 doors and just one of these.
Huh? Paimon doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here. There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Alright. Let me just, I guess, let me just open that one first. Push. Push.
With the sun.
Push. Activate. There are enemies and just a chest. Alright. What's up?
Judgment.
There are more.
Adventure, everybody stand back! Pyroclastic surge! Rev the engines!
GG's. Easy. Okay, I got another one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but alright. I guess I can just open this gate now. I have to bring this one, I guess. Alright. And activate. Nice. Okay, I think I should open that one as well first. And activate. Just a common chest. Would have just skipped it as well. Oh damn, I did not even get primos either. Wow, what a waste. Not even 2 damn primos. And should I just jump, I guess? Yeah, pretty much.
Rise with the sun. Full throttle.
Yo.
Joey!
There's a monster next to her!
Okay, I think Favonius didn't proc.
Lured them here. Watch my back.
Okay. Time to one-shot you.
Light up the blazing sun.
So yeah.
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baiju said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him! Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
You can't be thinking about this again.
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of God remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiangli have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see how you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiangli back, then even if I die...
Jialiang...
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment, that's all.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang... Baizhu, Changsheng... Is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiangli will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiangli would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
What a crazy situation! Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiangli! What's the point of it all?
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Is that it then? Is the door? Not this. What do I do? I can just teleport away, I guess. But come on, man. All right. Oh, finally, I can lantern it. Okay, it's here. I can leave. That was weird. I tried first, but it didn't let me leave. Oh man, what a view. Reminded me of one point whatever that was. Lantern Night. Alright, finally I can just do this. I guess I'll do it later then. I'll just end this stream here.